Do-do-do-do-do.
Wait, I gotta go.
Gotta go pee-pee? Gotta go pee-pee? Alright. Alright. So we are live now. So we're gonna go ahead and get this puppy going.
Rex.
Alright. Let's see if I can get myself on forefront there. Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes 2018 Halloween episode, brought to you by our generous Patreon supporters. I am Jeremy, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a horror role-playing game based upon the fictional works of H.P. Lovecraft. Tonight, your investigators of the unknown will be Bryan, Gabe, and yours truly. But more importantly, your Keeper of Arcane Lore is Matt.
Map!
If only you could hear how loud I'm sweating right now.
Take it away, Matt.
Okay. 3 days. That's how long you've been on the open ocean. The weather has taken a turn for the colder, seeing as you're clearly sailing right past Greenland, heading to your destination across the pond in Liverpool. Jack, it all started a few weeks ago when you received a call from your old friend, professor, and somewhat accomplished horror novelist, Sandy George.
Not Sandy Cheeks.
No. In a long and endearing phone call of catching up through the tales of years past, she makes mention of the financial trouble she's found herself in. See, the last book didn't sell as well as the publishers would have liked, and as such, they've kind of put Sandy on a short leash, hoping that she can turn it around and the next book will sell better than the last one. Unfortunately for you, Sandy, an uncrackable case of writer's block and the iron grip of the publishers seems to have conspired to halt all progress on your new novel. In a last fit of desperation, you've quickly decided to sell off your prized possession, a lovely high-end luxury yacht named the Delilah, after your first, and if anyone asks, favorite cat. In order to retain some control of your writing, Sandy, unfortunately, sacrifices must be made. So you called Jack, and Jack, then, you heard that she was throwing one last farewell cruise on her way to sell the yacht. And she told you to, find someone to bring along and you can have a good time. There's always time for one last romp out on the yacht. Roy, while it takes some convincing, at first upon the realization that this would mean even more time away from Greta and the kids and your desk back at the FBI, and the boat is fully stocked with both food and liquor for the entirety of the trip.
And WD-40.
You relent and decide to come along. All the while, you decide, maybe I can start working on that screen door romance novel I've been thinking about for a while. And with another famous writer on board, maybe you can get some tips and advice. I mean, she does this for a living, so how hard can it be? And so we begin, intrepid investigators and listeners, to the Lovecraft Tapes Halloween Special 2018, The Derelict.
Then the bomb goes off, everybody dies. Thank you!
Yes. You all stand aboard the sun deck of the Delilah, a 95-foot motor yacht that can hold up to 10 people in absolute luxury.
Wow.
Containing 3 levels. The open-top bridge, the main deck, and the lower deck. It has such luxuries as a very nice dining room, a full kitchen, bedrooms for everybody, and a top deck that has some very, very comfortable chairs and cushions, shall I say, for spending some time in the sun. So, we're cruising, heading across the ocean, and you guys have some time to kill, so what you gonna do?
So I'm out on the sun deck and sunning myself topless. Hi, Jackie. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Here, let me help you. I reach down to next to the reclining lawn chair and help her boob back.
Then he dies.
He fell off the boat.
I wasn't going to kill him off yet.
All right. So let's see if he can figure his way back. Off to a great start.
God damn it.
He probably, as he was reaching forward, he unplugged his...
Oh.
Oh, shit. Let's see. I didn't even bring my phone in here, so hopefully he'll...
I have mine, though.
He's dead.
He's dead, Jim.
I'm a doctor, not a miracle worker.
Oh, so good. All right, I'm going to try to invite him real quick here. Of course, this is all...
The dongle's working.
There's Bryan again.
What happened?
You
We
tell
don't
me.
know.
A
just
bomb
said
went
call-
off and everybody died.
I guess. It said calls disconnected.
Uh,
So
we're
I don't
also
know.
here.
Weird. Hi.
Hi. So you were
Welcome
reaching down for something?
Yeah, it's not funny anymore. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll reset. So, what are you working on these days other than
Oh,
the usual?
Jackie, I've got the worst writer's block. It's terrible. I tell you, I see these words in my mind, but I can't get them on the page.
You could dictate if you'd
Would
like.
you mind if I call you Clifford?
The big red dog?
Yes, the big red dog.
Not at all.
Okay, Jackie, I'll call you Clifford.
All right, Sandy. You mind if I call you Cheeks?
Oh, well, let me turn over first. You got the lotion?
It puts it on its skin.
Yes, put it on the skin. It might look like a handbag, but it's actually my back. It's a bit leathery, I know, but at my age, I turned 69 this last spring. Did I tell you?
That is a great number.
Nice.
As you two chat away, up onto the main deck walks FBI agent Roy Arroyo, clearly holding a large notebook titled Screen Door Amore.
Oh, what do you have there, young man?
So I could own my Downeaster Alexa. We're on a boat like Billy Joel, guys.
Motherfucker.
Whoa.
This is my dream.
This is your dream. So what do you work on there? I see you've got a book.
Oh yeah, it's kind of a private thing.
Oh, it clearly says Screen Door Amore, so I assume that you're some sort of fetish novel?
It's French. You wouldn't understand it.
That's what I said, fetish.
Oh. Oh yeah.
What's up, Roy?
Hey. I don't know how we haven't interacted even though we've been on this boat for a couple minutes.
I just close my eyes and plug my ears as I walk around.
Well, boys, there's plenty of lotion here, and you both have free hands, so if you don't mind.
I just have to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I have a daughter, so I can't.
Now, Jackie, you always were the firecracker in school.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I liked firecrackers.
Don't forget, I was your mentor back in college.
That is true.
So are you a voodoo priestess?
Roy, I never went to college.
I know you're an idiot.
Yes, how is your, any luck with the sister, finding your sister?
A little bit of a sore subject.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to pry.
The idiot got shot in the face.
I'm going to do a psychology roll, just to see if I can tell
Psych.
what Jack's state of mind is. Is that the green one, guys? I can't remember.
Yeah, green one.
Okay.
Green one is the simple rule.
I needed a 40 and I rolled a 95, so clearly he's perfectly happy. I'm glad
Welcome
to
to
see
our
that he's
world.
turned out so well.
As you guys chat along, from up on the bridge, you hear the ringing of a large brass bell as a man steps out from behind the door. He's fairly tall and quite stocky, although it's clear that that's not fat. That's mostly muscle, probably from spending years piloting boats, working out on the open ocean. He has somewhat bushy, salt and pepper gray hair, currently wearing a navy blue turtleneck tucked into a nice pair of khakis.
Oh, he has a turtleneck, so he's not circumcised. I see.
This man
I do like his
is
cocktails.
Byford Looms. And you would know him, Sandy, because he is the man you hired to drive the boat, pilot the boat, however you want to say it, over to Liverpool for you, considering you wanted to relax on deck with your friends.
Well, absolutely. I couldn't pilot the thing by myself. Bifford, is that his name? Bifford?
Byford.
Byford is I think he's like Norwegian or something. He's just a very capable young man.
Good news, everybody. We seem to have found a shortcut. It'll shave a day or two off of our journey.
That sounds
Although
great.
it might
but,
take a wee bit of a turn for the colder, seeing as we're going to have to scoot a bit farther north.
I don't know why his Norwegian accent slipped out there, but yes, Byford, that sounds excellent. Shortcut would be nice. We have to go north, you say? Is there much sun up that way?
Maybe this time of year it tends to be a little bit cloudier. But we might catch a little bit here and there.
All right.
Hey, Jaws.
Put my shirt on.
Hey, Jaws.
Yes.
So, we're going north. Are we gonna run into some Vikings?
I highly doubt it.
Vikings go north. That's what Newfoundland is.
Of course. He turns behind him. He turns behind him up to the deck to shout to another person you see just kind of hanging back in the door a bit. Win! Why don't you get your skinny ass out here? These people might need some service. From behind the very tall, very well-built Byford comes a much skinnier, almost awkwardly gangly man. This is Win Looms, Byford's son and first mate on this cherub. He's currently wearing a nice pair of blue jeans, a little ripped at the knees, obviously from continued wear, gray hoodie, and on top of that, a yellow rain slicker.
Does he have a hook for a hand?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Not yet.
All right, which one of you boys is a pirate ghost? Or is a ghost pirate?
I don't think either of us are really ghosts. Look, hey, Dad, there's something up ahead you might want to have a look at.
Better
If I
not be an
swear-
iceberg.
If you keep showing me more of these stupid schools of fish, look, I know you enjoy looking at them, but you're not going to make any money staring at fish all day. Marine biology can actually be a profitable business degree. Oh, geez. Come on, guys. And he leads all of you up to the front bow of the ship.
I'll button up my blouse and
Me
sort
too.
of cuddle up to Byford and put my arm around him. So what do we have here? Your boy is a little spineless.
He spent way too much time with his mother.
That shows. Maybe you
I
should
was out
spend
on
some
the
time with
sea.
somebody else's mother.
Grandmother. Oh!
I spend most of my days out on the ocean, working ships, fishing, crabbing, you name it.
Oh, speak a little slower, please.
Surrounded by seamen.
Surrounded by seamen.
It takes me back to my college days.
Gross.
That's why I brought him with me on the trip.
Especially
Figured maybe
crabbing.
a little bit time out with his father, seeing what real men do for a living will help toughen him up.
I think that's quite... You know, you're giving me quite an idea for a horror novel.
Ooh.
A sea captain, adrift. He fights a large shark.
I don't think that my IQ is high enough to understand your son, Bilford.
Don't worry.
Yeah, Bill Byford, Winford.
Byford.
Who's the other dude? I missed his name.
It's in chat.
His name is... So the dad's name is Byford,
Yep, Winford is
and
the
his son is Win.
Win.
And who is the other dude?
It's the only two on there.
Oh, okay,
You have
sorry.
the Captain Byford and his son, his first mate, Win.
Got it. Okay.
So Jaws and Win.
Yep.
You
Jaws
can
As
win
you
Jaws.
As you approach the front bow of the ship,
Yes.
something begins to show through a thick bank of fog. It's big.
Thank
It's
you.
really, big.
Oh.
As you pull up a little closer, you can see it. It looks like a ship, a big ship at that.
No.
Possibly one of those, ships that they use to move things long distances. Whatever it is, it's
Like a freighter?
yeah.
Or
Whatever
a
it is,
frigate?
it's not It's not personal use. It's definitely commercial.
Can I spot a name?
Why don't you give me a spot hidden roll?
It's not going to turn out so good. I need a 25, and I need...
Spend your luck.
I rolled a 30. I will spend 5 luck to get the name.
Get it? Because it's
Take
a
me down
one-off.
65.
I can do that. I totally keep forgetting that that's a thing.
Oh, sweet.
I like that the thing is like up out of the way. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
I want to zoom out slightly here for the broadcast.
Same.
Sorry,
Oops, wrong way.
That's okay. It's all good. We got it now. Looks good. That's cool.
Holy cow, yeah.
Yeah, that is
Delilah.
nice.
All right, we'll zoom out slightly more.
We're all looking at the pictures. Uh-oh, I'm a pirate.
So,
That's
Sandy, as you squint and peer through the fog, on the side of the ship in big white letters, you see Grinlin Tropish. And I will put this in chat because it is
Thank
a
you.
Norwegian name.
okay.
It translates to my life.
Shit.
Okay?
Good.
And just because I can't do this on a normal keyboard, it's an O with the little slash through it. I haven't figured out how to do that. There's your name.
Cool.
It's pronounced Grinlin, or as far as I can tell, Grinlin Tropish, and I apologize to anybody who actually speaks this language.
Okay.
I'm probably saying it wrong.
I'm
That's all
going
right.
to do a history check to see if I recognize this as a historical vessel.
Okay.
Okay. I needed a 40. I rolled a 9, which is a hard success.
Wow. Nice roll. All that skill.
From the outside, you can tell historic. No.
Like,
old?
do I recognize the name essentially?
Yeah.
Do I know what it might be? Like was it in a papers or anything like that?
No, you have not seen the name of this ship anywhere before.
Okay.
You can tell it's not historic, but it's definitely old and beaten up and weathered. This is
Okay.
not a brand new ship on its maiden voyage.
Okay, but nothing like ancient from like the 1900s or anything like
No.
that. It's relatively within the last couple decades. Probably.
No.
Okay, fair enough. I'm good. I don't have the only language I speak is French, other than English. So beyond that, I'm
Kind of English.
Captain Byford squints. I don't recall hearing about any other ships out this way. Being as we're crossing over the Atlantic, I have to keep a close eye on international shipping channels to make sure something that size doesn't cut us in half. And as far as I know, the radio's been rather silent.
But your son spotted it with no problem. Good job, Win.
Thanks. It's nice to have someone around here who appreciates me somewhat, I think.
Oh, that's no problem. Maybe you and I should have a little chat later in my bunk.
You think maybe we should try to contact them and make sure everything's okay? They're kind of just drifting there.
Ram them.
With a small yacht. We lose.
Oh. All right. Everyone up to the bridge. We'll call them up on the radio and see if anybody responds. Maybe they need some help.
All right,
So,
let's go. Lead
you
the
all-
way, Byford.
Byford and Wynn lead you back around the front of the boat and up into the bridge. All right. Anyone here want to take a shot at calling him up and see what happens?
I got this.
He hands you the radio mic. Push the button
Attention.
and talk.
I'll push the button. Attention, groin land tropic fish. This is Royo's yacht speaking, letting you know that if you're on board, we need a response. Over.
You hear nothing but static.
I am assuming that this is hostile now. Over.
Still nothing.
I'll give the radio back to Jaws. All right. There's nobody on that ship, which means that it's a free ship.
Yep.
I like it.
Maritime law says we can claim it. Arr.
Technically, you are correct.
All right.
Should we try to go over and see if everybody's okay? Maybe they're incapacitated or something. I don't know.
That's an excellent suggestion, Jackie. What should we do with this derelict?
Let the men handle this one, sweetheart.
Okay. He turns. Win! Take us in closer.
Not that close, you son of a bitch!
All right. He grabs the wheel and the controls, throttles the boat up, and slowly pushes you closer to the ship. As it comes more into range, you can see that there's a reason why it's not moving and you are. It seems to be lodged into the side of an iceberg.
Holy sheep shit.
Hey, Jack, I bet I
unusual.
can jump to the other boat from here.
I don't think you can do it.
$20. I bet I can.
All right, I'll pay you once you get back.
Byford, what do you make of this? Should an iceberg be down this far south?
I don't think so. I mean, we're not anywhere near any major shipping lanes.
Sandy's going to get a faraway look in her eye and then slowly pull out a little notebook and start jotting down some notes.
Ooh.
I'm going to use my jump roll to prove to Jack that I can jump to the other boat.
God. Meanwhile, it's 20 feet higher than our boat. He's just going to go smack and slide down the boat.
Not if I grab onto something on the side, like the anchor rope or whatever. I got this. I have a jump roll for a reason.
Roy E. Arroyo. Super genius.
So I needed a 20 and I got a 51. That'd be a fail.
So you step back a bit, you limber up for a moment, you lean down and you start sprinting only to catch your foot on the edge of a chair. And you promptly go onto your face onto the deck, only making it about 5 feet.
Joke's on you. I don't have any money on me.
That's all right, Roy. I'll make sure I get it somehow.
Well, what should we do, gentlemen? I'm at a loss. But this is very unusual, and it's giving me some ideas.
Captain, what's the best way to get over there, do you think, in your experience?
Well, the easiest way for us might be to somehow get the gangway down. If that's possible, we can just walk right up. Sans that, we might be able to get the hook up and over, maybe have someone climb up and release it from there.
Roy is graceful as hell. We could probably have him do it.
I just need a second chance. I can make this jump.
I think that might be our options, trying to get a hook up and onto their side.
All right. We can try your lame idea.
It was the captain's idea, but all right.
I'll try and bring us in as close as we can get.
Shut up, Zissou. We got this handled.
Wind continues to nudge the boat closer and closer to the Groenland. As close as he dares at this point.
I'm gonna look as we're coming in closer and see if I see anything else, like maybe there's a hole in the side or something like that before we go on.
The side of the ship you're looking at looks just fine.
Okay.
I mean, a little bit of scraped off paint and some rust, but
whoa,
nothing.
Rust?
Mm-hmm.
If I hit that rust, it'll break, causing a hole in the boat that I can jump through.
That's true. I was thinking the same thing.
Now, Byfa, do we have some sort of rope contraption we could snag that gangway and use that to board the deck?
I carried plenty of rope on the boat. It's useful for all sorts of things.
That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. But forget about that for now. Let's concentrate on the deck. I said deck, right? Yes. Okay, deck.
Come on, Cheeks. You got to focus.
You're absolutely right, Jackie.
Win, leave the boat here. Why don't you go down deck and see if you can find that rope and that grappling hook you infernally insist on carrying everywhere. I Okay, Dad. I told you a grappling hook was a good idea, though. Go find it.
And
From
this
your
will be the
position-
podcast. You guys just keep talking. It's awesome.
Wynn trots off the bridge and heads down into the lower levels of the yacht to find his rope and grappling hook.
Now, Roy, do you see anything on the deck at all? Do get up, please. But
I can't see nothing. I'm kind of a bit dazed from when Jack tripped me to make sure that I wouldn't.
Oh yes, he used to do that to all his classmates too. How about you, Jackie? Do you spot anything interesting on the deck up there?
I haven't seen anything, but let me look a little closer. I rolled a spy hidden. I needed a 70. I got a 43.
Uh-huh. From your position below the ship, you can see that not only is there some large structure at the back, probably a combination of the bridge on top and living quarters for the crew underneath, but you see 3 large cranes. However, the third one seems to be set at an odd angle, almost as if it was damaged in some way, possibly, and it was maybe being set up for repairs at some time, but for whatever reason, nobody ever finished the repairs or reset the crane.
That's very strange.
Also, from here, you can clearly see that the anchor is still up. They have not made any attempts to drop anchor.
Or trow.
Yeah. Or trow.
Drop and trowel.
This is very peculiar.
It is but the iceberg too is very peculiar.
Yeah, I don't get
trust
it.
this. I have an eerie feeling about this. But then again, I have an eerie feeling about most things.
Yeah, me too.
It's part and parcel with the job.
All right, what?
Guys, I've found it. Wynn comes bounding back up the stairs and onto the deck, holding a good length of rope around his shoulder, tied off to a grappling hook.
Nice. Well, give it a spin there, Winnie.
I mean, I'm not the most athletic person in the world.
Neither am I. How about one of you boys?
What would for throw?
Is it a throw or what would it be?
Anybody have a good throw?
I have an excellent throw. How about if I try it?
Okay, yeah, go right ahead, Miss George.
Watch this,
He hands
boys.
it to you.
Everybody, hold on.
Huh? What?
While we throw it, let's tie off one end just in case we miss and it goes in the water. We can pull it back in. Try again.
No problem. And she'll tie a knot into one
To
of
her ankle.
into the ankle, yeah, and to a railing, and then she'll start spinning it and toss it. Oh lordy! So the first roll went quite wide. I needed a 70. I got a 94, so it actually misses quite badly.
What happens?
Splash.
All right, I'm going to step up real quick and help her pull it in.
Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate the advice. I'm a little bit rusty.
Mind that cold water.
Oh, yes, I can see it's would be a little bit of bad news if I slipped and fell in there.
You are horny.
No, the water's quite cold.
Oh,
I would hate to
never
fall
mind.
in
I
there.
took that wrong. I am quite horny.
All right. Well, here, you give it a try there, boy. See if you can do
Oh,
better.
God, no. I will throw it right straight into the water.
You got a sucky throw, do you?
Oh, I do.
Not as good as my 70?
It's a 20.
Byford steps up. Here, let me give this a shot.
Oh, thank
Shouldn't
God.
seem
A true
too
gentleman.
difficult. And with a 1, 2, 3, the grappling hook lofts up into the air and sails neatly up and over the ledge, where you hear a clang, pulls back down. Seems like this might have stuck on something.
All right.
Well, now that we got that out of the way, Hugh here feels like shimmying up a length of rope and dropping that gangway for the rest of us.
Lordy.
What do you think, Roy?
I'll come after you. I'll use the gangway. Somebody else, please. I'm a little tuckered out from that failed
I'll
throw.
crawl. I'll go.
Thank you, Roy. She rubs your back.
All right. So
All right.
I'll get up there and start rolling or start moving.
And she'll cup your butt cheeks and help push you up a little bit. As you go.
Me too.
In tandem.
I'm cupping hers as she's cupping yours.
We call this
Why don't you give me a
double
climb
teaming.
roll? But because Sandy here is cupping your butt cheeks, I'm going to give you a bonus die.
A bonus die.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a 20 in climb, so this will be fun.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, 20.
Oh, shit.
And I got
Wow.
a 6.
Nice.
Nice job.
It's a hard
You're a
success.
spider monkey.
So, with the motivation of a large woman cupping your butt cheeks, helping you up, you manage to scamper up the rope quite easily and land yourself onto the first deck.
It's huge.
Lower the gangway, Roy. We can all aboard.
All right, I lower the gangway as I declare myself captain of this new boat.
Say the line. Say the line.
I don't know the line.
I am the captain now.
I am the captain now.
You're the captain now.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I lower the gangway, you all have to say that I'm captain.
You're the captain now.
You're Captain Roy.
As you climb up onto the deck of the
Jaws
Grinland
and
Tropish,
you have to say it also.
you take a second to look around and orient yourself. Right below the crane, you see 3 large openings in the deck, clearly the holds where they stored their cargo.
The holes?
Uh-huh.
Only one of the hatches is secured shut. The other 2, the first one being partially open, the second one being open all the way, which should allow easy up and down to the holds below. The 2 large winches that control the ship's anchor, which now that you're up here you can see has not been deployed, are up at the front of the ship. So, you're gonna walk around up here and do some exploring, or you want to just go drop your gangplank?
I'll do that first after Jaws and Steve Zissou claim that I'm captain, so that way we can get a lot of ground covered at once. Hey, Buford. You gotta
You're
say
gonna drop
it.
the plank or not?
Oh, I don't know. Come on. Stevie, you're gonna at least say it. I know you. You're afraid of me already.
You're the captain now.
All right, Jaws, you're
That's
in.
pretty good.
Is this really where you want to make a stand?
I make a stand everywhere I go. If you haven't figured that out, you don't know nothing about the Arroyos yet.
All right, forget it. I cut the rope.
Bye.
Yeah, let's keep going, guys.
I'm stuck on the iceberg. You just made it so you have to have the gangway lowered.
Fine, you're a captain.
And I'll kick the gangway down so they can all board.
And as we
Nice.
go up, I'll say to Byford, don't worry, you're still my captain.
Captain, my captain.
Captain, my captain. All right, so we're all up on the deck.
Yeah. As you all arrive onto the first deck of the Grinland Tropish, something just feels wrong. There's a dark and very unwholesome and uneasy atmosphere up here.
I'm going to look for any guide wires that might slice us all in half at the moment's notice. I said ghost ship, for fuck's sake.
So, now that you're up here, what do you guys feel like doing? You have the superstructure at the back of the ship, you have the cranes and the openings into the deck, and you have the winches and the anchor mechanism at the front.
I don't know. What do I do?
Well, I think we should make our way to the bridge and check things out first, see if anybody's still in there. What do you guys think?
I think it might be advisable to drop the anchor. Just in
Stuck
case
on an iceberg.
But if it becomes unstuck, then it will surely dash my yacht into smithereens.
So, don't we do that from the bridge?
No, the winch is towards the bow.
There's a winch?
If you take a look at the map, you will clearly see that the winches are located
All
towards
right.
the anchor at the bow of the ship.
All right, let's head over there and drop the anchor.
I say we split up.
I disagree.
Captain, why don't you and Mr. Arroyo check out the comms
I'm the
array?
captain. What do you mean, Captain and Mr. Arroyo?
I meant Captain Mr. Arroyo.
Yeah.
Is what I meant to say. Maybe you and Byford could go check out the comms array while Jackie and Wynn and I take a look at the winches.
that we could do that.
All right,
All right, let's do
goodbye.
it.
I mean, see you later.
Okay.
See you later.
Oh, Roy,
What's
I'll
up?
be right back.
I hope you aren't. Hey, if you find any gold, it's mine, because I said it's mine, and I'm the captain. Also,
you
if there
weirdo.
are screen doors, let me know, because I'm trying to figure out how many I'm going to have to get put in to the boat.
You'll be the first to know. All right, I'm going to lead the way towards the winches.
Again, those witches?
Yeah.
I burned through the bridges.
You want to give me a spot hidden roll on your way to the winches?
I do.
Yeah, somebody else please do.
I needed a 70. I got a 36. I'm scanning the deck as I walk.
As you scan back and forth, you happen to
No,
glance
up and down.
glance down at the floor you're walking on, and to you it almost looks like something really big has been dragged along the top of this deck.
Jeez. Okay.
That's strange. What
Are
do you see,
seeing
Jackie?
this? Yeah,
What
I'm
is
not
it?
sure what this could be. I'm gonna crouch down and look a little bit closer and see if I can get
What are these
a feel
marks?
for what it might be. If it's actually into the boat, or if it's something on top of the metal of the boat.
Now, it has managed in several places to scrape the deck clean of ice and dent the metal.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
something that heavy?
Hmm. That is strange. Well, I think whereabouts on the boat are we? Are we close to the winches? Or are we near the crane or the third crane?
Right about now, you're just about to head up the set of stairs.
Up towards
Okay.
Hole 3.
Okay,
You're right in front of crane 2, where those stairs are.
got it. You know, if we were this was in a little bit different spot, I would have thought it'd be the crane that's damaged up here. You can see how it's all pulled down versus the other two.
Yes.
I wonder if that was trying to lift something and it fell. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. That makes sense.
As it
actually.
fell, it dragged a bit.
Yes. And,
Well, let's
hole,
get-
hole 2 is completely open, so did
Yeah.
it come from there? But you would think the crane 3 would only go to hole 3, which is completely closed.
Right, that's why I'm not sure how this makes any sense, to be honest with you.
So does it appear that whatever made these marks might have come from hole 2?
I'm gonna slowly walk back a little bit towards crane 2 and go up to hold 2 and just peer in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You all die. Turn to page 27.
Yes, no.
No!
So you walk on over to hold 2 and kind of peek over the edge, and
Mhm.
you can't really see a whole lot. I mean, it's
Yeah.
dark down there. But from your position up above and with a little bit of sunlight, you can see what look like stacks and stacks of wooden crates.
Hmm.
Some of them covered in tarps.
Okay, so just a normal cargo hold, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can't really tell if it came from here or not, so why don't we get up there to the winches and get the anchor drop, and we can do a little bit more looking around.
I agree, Jackie. You're always the smart boy.
Okay.
We'll proceed up towards the winches.
Yep. Witches?
Which is
come
yes.
along, Win.
So, as you walk up the stairs and past hold 3, you get a better look at the base and controls for crane 3, and you can clearly see that this has been damaged by something. Wires are torn and frayed from their fittings, and the mountings have been twisted, as if a large object had knocked into the crane, causing it to bend and twist.
I will double check to make sure that I'm not sliced through the midsection.
No, there's nothing
Oh,
through your
thank
midsection.
Oh, I'm good.
All these
You know
frayed
what?
wires.
I'm no expert, but I wonder if the iceberg was maybe a little bit bigger than we thought, and part of it came in and crushed this. A little bit of sunlight doesn't take much to melt that down to the ice we're seeing right now on the deck here.
I think that you're probably right. How about you, Win? You're more of a boatman. What's your prognosis?
It's pronounced seaman.
I haven't spent a whole lot of time around heavy machinery, but I'm kind of good at fixing things, and maybe something can be done with this, but not quickly, and definitely without finding some tools.
All right, well, I'm sure if we need to, we could fix it. There's probably tools down below. But right now, let's proceed with the winches and see if we can drop that anchor.
Okay. You walk your way up to the mechanism. Wynn takes a look at for a second, walks over, pulls a lever, and the large metal chain starts rolling out until you hear a loud boom, the anchor hitting the ice below.
Yes.
That's going to be loud, isn't it? The chain running through there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I didn't really register that. Looking now at the diagrams, the boat is entirely on top of an iceberg. Is that true?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did not quite
You
get
can't
that.
quite tell because if you look at the top one,
Yeah, I see
below
where the
water
iceberg
line.
reaches. Yeah. Okay, I got it now. Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Got it.
So we're entirely stuck on the iceberg.
Right, like it went up on it, and then the ice kind of formed under it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
You'd have to be going pretty fast to get all the way up on there like
And you
that.
can see, like in the distance, like the iceberg goes quite a far up.
Yeah,
So we
yep.
sort of like plowed into a flat portion of it or
Mhm.
something. Is that true? Because it's not like the ship is embedded inside the iceberg, right?
No, it could possibly be removed from the iceberg, but not under its own power.
Got it.
Got
It's
it. You
sort of
see
like-
the water line. Okay, I can see the water line
Mhm.
here.
There's a little
Yeah.
dotted line that shows where the water is.
Okay.
Got
So
it.
it definitely could be removed, just not under its own power.
Okay. I
Not
got
in the
it
state
now.
it's in right now.
Got it. I was thinking that it was still sort of on the water, but sort of like embedded on the left side in the iceberg. So I
Right.
misinterpreted that.
Yeah.
So okay,
I
got
see.
it now.
Cool.
Okay, so we've lowered our anchor. How are Roy and Jaws doing?
Roy, as Captain Byford walks you back towards the looming superstructure behind you, all the while taking a look around, he seems uneasy, even for a man who spends a lot of time out on the ocean. He feels like there's something wrong here, and it shows.
Zip.
What's new, pussycat?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ghost ships. I hate them.
What makes you think this is a ghost ship?
Ship this large doesn't have a small crew. If anyone was on here, we'd know. There's quite a few people required to run a vessel of this size.
They probably got rescued, moron. I've been a captain a lot longer than you have.
Hey, Roy, why don't you give me a spot hidden roll?
Alright, well, after that last roll, I'm not feeling good. Oh, I needed a 70, I got a 63. That's a success.
As you look up, walking closer to the superstructure, you see that there's one lifeboat about 4 stories up, dangling there. But it looks off. Maybe like one of the ropes holding it up has been cut, and the tarp that's supposed to be lashed down over it is flapping in the wind. And it looks like there might be something on the tarp, maybe grease. You can't quite tell from this distance, but there's definitely something there.
See that lifeboat, Jaws?
Aye, they're required to have them on all boats.
It's the only one, though.
More likely than not, there's another one on the other side. We just can't see it from here.
What I'm telling you is that they probably escaped in the other one. Plus,
It's
it's
definitely
like,
a possibility.
it's the current year, so Coast Guards exist. I'm telling you that you're worrying for nothing. Let's go check the structure out.
All right. And Byford and Roy enter into
Ooh.
level 1, the bottom floor of our superstructure. So you guys come in at the front, right about over here.
Oh.
Actually, no, I guess the entrance is over here. So, you walk into the opening. The door is already open. Which way do you want to go?
Captain.
And mind
So
you,
I'm
you can't see
here?
very far past this junction. Yeah, you can't see very far past the junction you're in front of. Seems that all the lights, either all the lights are out or the electricity is just not working.
I'll walk forward then until I find the fork,
Okay.
and then at the fork I'll turn left, inspecting the rooms along the way.
Well, from what you can see, the doors that you're passing on your left are clearly just storage. It looks, from what you can tell, like supplies for the crew. Food, drinks. But something that catches your eye in the fading light is that a couple of the doors to these have been ripped off the hinges. Clean off the hinges. You don't see them anywhere, so, you know, it's safe to think they're still around here somewhere. And on the wall opposite that, you see deep, gouging claw marks scraping across.
I'll enter into one of the rooms with no doors, and I'll start going through the supplies.
Don't go through the bag. That's scary.
Build the screen door.
So, inside, there's various packages, bottles, and luckily for you, nothing is spoiled, seeing as it's so cold out here already, being up north. But, you don't quite think you should try and eat any of this either.
Cute. I'm gonna open one and take a bite. Or a drink, I guess. Are we at beer or meat?
Right now, you'd be in the meat locker, so...
If you know what I mean.
Alright, then I'll put meat in my pockets to save for later.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm taking the supplies.
Look, I think I saw the stairs back from where we came. If we're gonna find the comms array, it's gonna be on the top deck.
Alright, well, hold on. I gotta do something fast. And I'll go to where the door hinges had been ripped off, and I'll get out of my back pocket my screen door repair kit. And I'll start patching together some of the extraneous pieces to try and create a screen door.
Like Fortnite.
Yep. Roll for screen door.
Fine, I'll roll for screen door. Hold on.
Mine wouldn't work.
Alright. I roll for screen door. I needed 100. I got a 78. So
Nice.
the screen door gets put up.
Congratulations, one of the places that was missing a door is now covered by a screen door, albeit a very scrappily built one considering you didn't have proper materials lying around.
Look, I
As you
do my
stand back
best.
to admire your work, Byford grabs you by the arm and drags you back towards the stairs.
Look,
if we're
Jaws, I don't know what your problem is. I'm not Roger Moore, so I don't really... I'm just trying to make this a better place. Doorways need doors.
I do love me
course.
some hot captain on captain action.
Me too.
If you don't want to help me investigate, you can go back out onto the deck and find your friends.
I'm
He's going
investigating, but I'm doing it the Arroyo way, and that's why I'm an investigator and you're a boat captain. But now I'm both.
So Byron is going to pull out an old flip phone, use the very small and somewhat underpowered LED on the front as a flashlight, and he's going to start ascending the stairs to the next level. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna follow him because I'm impressed by his flip phone. Because maybe we aren't so different after all.
So, back on the main deck, we have our other group. Now that you've dropped your anchor, what are you going to do? You could
Drop trap.
You have the cargo holds, or you could possibly try and meet up or in the superstructure, or maybe explore a different area, different level.
Now you said
There's a lot.
You said hold 1 was partially open, right?
Yes. Hold 1 is partially open, hold 2 is all the way open, and hold 3 is shut.
Hold 3 is completely shut. I don't know, Jack. What do you think? This is it's very strange. Obviously, we don't have much of a opportunity to see what's in hold 3 because of the damaged crane, and that would take too long, right, Win?
Yeah, it'd take me a good while and a decent set of tools to get that thing working again.
Yes, I'm not sure if that's even worth it.
Yeah.
I have complete faith in Byford, and Roy seems very capable, so I'm happy letting them figure things out from the comms angle. But what do you think about, let's go check hold 1 real quick.
Yeah, I'm up for
It's
that.
partially open. We can peek down there, see if there's anything unusual.
Let me get out my flashlight. Maybe that'll help us. As we pass by hold 2, I wouldn't mind taking a peek in there again, just to flash around, make sure there's no one down there.
Yes, how far down to the crates in hold 2?
Full-size cargo hold, it's 20, 25 feet down.
Ooh, that's too far. I don't, without rope or something to climb.
Good luck, Win.
If you look around the entrance, there are ladders built into the side.
Nice.
So we could descend if we wanted to.
Yeah, you can go down into the cargo hold if you want.
All right. Well, let's take a look at hold 1, or unless you want to take a peek first, Jack. I'll take a peek over in hold 1 with Win if you wanted to descend into hold 2. See if there's anything else you could see.
I don't know
down.
if I'm going in. I want to maybe.
Oh, you're a brave boy. Why don't you go on down the ladder?
I want to shine in there and see if I can
We all shine.
see anybody.
Would you like some ice cream, Doc?
Red rum.
Come along, Win. Jackie, you let us know what you see down there, and Win and I'll take a peek down in hold 1.
All right, sounds good. Good
Oh,
luck.
Clearly,
okay.
we're gonna peek. Come along, Win, and she'll just sort of
Oh, jeez.
grab his collar and yank him over towards hold 1.
Ah!
I'm gonna walk up to hold 2, shine my flashlight around, and yell down, "Is anybody in there?" Or,
You hear,
"Is anybody in there?"
all you hear is a loud, resounding echo of your voice.
Guys, I heard someone. They asked if anybody's in there.
But as you look back down there, you see one of the tarps that you're pretty sure had something under it earlier is now just flat on the ground.
Living crates!
The crate creatures. All right,
The
I'm
crate
going
escape.
to find that very peculiar. I'm gonna start climbing down.
Okay. So you climb down into the belly of cargo hold number 2.
The ship is alive.
He's got a belly.
I'm in the belly.
Hope it's pork belly.
Sounds nice.
I like myself a pork belly BLT.
Once down into the cargo hold, seeing what you can see with the limited light coming in from above,
And my flashlight.
and your flashlight,
And my lighter. And my
You
lock.
see-
No.
more of what you thought you saw up top. Crates and boxes and pallets all stacked, some covered in tarps. Off to one side, you see what looks like some sort of control panel, possibly for a refrigeration system of sorts, but it's clear that there's no electrical power on the ship right now.
Well, that's nifty.
Strewn around the hold are also, some of the boxes have been opened. There are tarps, there's some tarps, some chains, some ropes, and so on.
All right, I'm gonna go over to where I was looking at the tarp previously that now no longer has anything under it and investigate.
Okay. While you're walking over there, why don't you give me a dex roll?
My what roll? Hey, whoa. Uno
All
momento,
hands
por
on
favor.
decks. You know what I'm saying?
And I needed a 60. I got a 58.
As you look intently at the tarp sitting on the floor in front of you, you don't notice a small patch of ice that has formed on the deck below you. You put your foot down and slide forward and just barely manage to wobble to catch yourself before going flat onto your back onto the floor of the cargo hold. Over by the tarp, it is now flat on the floor that you swear once had something under it. You see... Let's see. A couple of stacks near the tarp. You see a couple of stacks of netting that were clearly used to hold down some of these. A couple of steel cables, some rope, and a couple of fuel cans.
Interesting. I'm going to, after noticing the icy spot, of course, and being very dexterous, I'm going
some
to...
salt.
You're no good at what you do. People hate you. There. I'm going to work my way up towards hold 3. If I'm assuming they're all...
Yeah, they're all connected.
It's all big and open. Yeah, okay.
Hallways and side rooms, but they are all connected.
And just kind of, scanning as I go, shining my flashlight.
Nothing too exciting on the walls here. Pipes, lots of pipes, and what you assume are bundles of wire. The internal workings of the ship.
Got ya.
Are the pipes cracked?
No, but they are cracked pipes.
Oh, good. I'm going to walk right over to a pipe and just get a little bit, if I could. I only need a little bit to get me through the afternoon. All right, I'm going to work my way back then towards... How are the holds kept on? Is it like a huge metal cover? Or is it a tarp, or what?
Up top, they're literally just a big metal cover that hinges up and down.
Gotcha. All right.
So this one just happens to, the one you're in happens to be all the way up.
Got it. So what I'm going to do before I head back towards hold 2 is I'm going to shine my flashlight up and see if I see any way to, from the inside, to unlock or unhinge where it can be released so it can open.
Hold 2, the one you're in, is all the way open.
Right. I'm at hold 3. I worked my way down to hold 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just shining the flashlight up there to see if I can see if there's like levers to unlatch it from the inside or if it's all on the outside up top.
No. From what you can glance around, you can't really see it. What might be some kind of control panel other than another identical refrigeration system control panel from the second hold.
Okay. I'm going to head back to hold 2 then and start to work my way up the ladder.
Okay. Sandy.
Yes.
You climb down into...
Oh, no, I'm just peeking down.
you're just peeking down into hold 1?
Yes, we were just examining and taking a peek at what might be down there. We never looked. Until now.
So, as you look down into hold 1, using... I'm assuming you have your phone out as a flashlight?
Yes.
Using flash... Okay. In here, you can see what looks to be... palletized meat products, various cuts of meats, corpses, along with something shiny lying on the floor next to the ladder at the bottom.
Ooh, something shiny. Is it something akin to my silver pocket watch, perhaps? That shiny?
Not silver shiny, but there is definitely something that might be metal lying down there.
Well, you're certainly not enticing me very much. Well, Win, what do you make of that? Something shiny. Is that a tool down there? What is that?
It looks to me like it might be a crowbar.
A crowbar. Well, I guess we could make our way down. What do you think?
It'd probably be helpful. We don't know what's around here. I might be able to swing it at something.
All right. Well, come on. Let's take a peek down there.
Ladies first?
All right, I'll climb down. Carefully. My old 69-year-old body just can't take too much adventure, if you know what I mean. Don't let that deter you, Win.
Oh, my.
You make it to the bottom of the ladder, Win in tow, and you bend over to find a crowbar. However, what you couldn't see from above, just slightly behind the crowbar, is a piece of pipe.
Is it a crack pipe?
Yes. A piece of metal pipe. Looks like a piece of plumbing pipe they'd use to run something through the ship. But this one has a chunk of bloody hair frozen to the end.
Oh, that's not right. Oh, so as if it might have been used as a weapon, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I will... I'm a bit trepidatious now. Win, take a peek at that. I'm going to use my sleight of hand and pick up the crowbar. And I failed, but I'm going to use 7 points of luck to make that a success. So I took my 57 to a 50. To a 58. So I now have the crowbar without him noticing that I actually took it.
Wynn bends over to take a look at the pipe and immediately freezes. Is that blood? And totally does not notice you just picking up the crowbar and hiding it away.
I don't know, but you might want to pick that up just in case we do need it. Is that human hair?
I don't feel so well.
Man up, boy. Think of your father. Make him proud. Pick it up.
He's gonna... Wynn picks up the pipe, but he kind of holds it at arm length with a couple of fingers.
Just scrape off that hair. Scrape it off a little bit. It's
and
okay. It'll be fine.
Gingerly hits it against the ladder. Tries to get the hair to fall off.
While he's doing that, I'm going to just look around to see if I can see any other evidence of blood or maybe a trail of activity where that might have come from.
Yeah. You see a small trail of blood drops heading back to the rear of the cargo hold. And as you get closer, you see a small hallway with a stairwell branching off on either side. But coming up from that stairwell and the second floor of the hold below is a strange smell.
Ew, so it goes deeper into the boat?
Mm-hmm. There's clearly a second floor to all of these cargo holds.
That's not good at all. Perhaps we need Jackie. What do you think, Wynn? I'm feeling a bit nervous.
Some other help might be nice, and a less bloody weapon. And you can see him kind of holding it out, and every time he looks over at it, it looks like he heaves a little bit, trying to not totally vomit.
Buck up there, young lad. Now let's head back over to hold 2, because I think Jackie's over this way. And she'll make her way back towards hold 2 through that hallway. And sort of peek at the doors that are... It looks like there's container units of some sort to either side, north and south.
Yep.
Okay.
Just standard shipping crates, big metal shipping crates.
Okay. So
still locked.
Are those actually... or are the crates within these rooms, sort of?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the refrigerated section of the ship where they keep the product.
Got it. Okay.
The product.
All right, and then we'll make our way to hold 2. Do we see Jackie anywhere?
Before you find out, we are going to go back over to our superstructure explorers, Byford and Roy. So...
Now on CBS.
Byford and Roy, coming this summer.
Iceberg will melt. It's in the summer.
Oh. So, as you, Roy, and Byford continually trudge up, just keep going up set of stairs after set of stairs, he comes up and pulls you off onto the top level, level 5.
I can't quit you.
Got it. Level 5.
Oh, level 5.
We just skipped a lot of places that we could be checking out.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
We need to figure out what happened to the comms here. Maybe we can use their more powerful radio to get a better signal out, tell the Coast Guard there's something here. I mean, the boat on the radio might be able to reach too, but we'd have to go back to try.
I mean, we're this far. We might as well keep going.
As you come around up to the final set of stairs, you notice that this stairwell's bloodier than the others.
Great.
Atop the stairwells is a small access corridor to either side. An access corridor which leads to the rear of the wheelhouse, the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little brighter in here because of the windows that's up front. So you walk around and into the front of the wheelhouse. Off to the left side, you can see there's a small room with a closed door. But more importantly, in front of you is the main controls for the ship. Now, with a quick glance, you can see that everything in this wheelhouse is seriously damaged. Controls and dials are smashed. Levers are bent, twisted, or pulled off of their mountings. And great dents mar the controls' metal housing. The front viewing window also has a large crack running through it, but you can't really see what's happening out the front. The frost has kind of blocked your view.
Can you smoke it?
No. Papers and charts lie scattered about. I mean, clearly, this suggests that somebody came in here and was pretty damn well hell-bent on making sure this ship wouldn't be going anywhere. Although the damage to the metal casing and the twisted rods would require strength beyond anything that of a normal man.
Shit, Superman's on this boat.
So,
With his twisted rod.
I don't have enough screen door materials for all of this.
Do you guys have a Jimmy's Hardware near here?
Well, looks like we won't be using the radio here. The panel is smashed to bits.
I don't know what to make of this whole scene.
Not a screen door.
Well, it's...
Did you notice all the blood?
That stairwell was not pretty.
I guess I'll start inspecting around the
monkeys?
Monkeys. Mushman?
there was oh, I'm losing the word.
Machinery?
The machinery, sure.
Why don't you give me a spot hidden roll?
I needed a 70, I got a 40, that's a success.
Nice.
So, while the stairway leading to this bridge is quite bloody, you notice that amongst all of the destruction in the wheelhouse, all the damage to the electronics, there is not a single drop of blood. However, glancing over to the door by the radio, where the radio room would be, you do see that there are traces of blood splattered on the door frame around the closed door. Also, on the far wall to the right, there is what appears to be a mounting for some sort of fire axe, but the axe isn't there anymore. It's gone. The glass that once held it back has been shattered and is lying on the floor within the rest of the wreckage.
So somebody pretty obviously smashed this up with the axe.
I don't think an axe could do this.
The axe is gone. I don't know why else. I mean, I guess he could have been defending himself.
Like
I think
OJ?
if we find the axe, we'll find what did this.
Byford walks over to the radio room, twists the handle, and pulls the door open. Fudge. It's what I feared.
There's fudge.
I hate fudge.
It's a room full of fudge.
Upon entering the radio room, it's a similar story to our control room. Someone has come in here and caused serious damage to the radio system.
Bastards.
The metal encasing has been ripped open and the wires within have been severed and pulled on, while the microphone itself has been smashed into pieces. As you and Byron examine the damage, it reveals that it's different than the way the wheelhouse was damaged. It looks like to you that maybe this damage could have been done by a single person using an axe. I think we figured out what happened to your missing axe.
I guess I'll do a spot hidden. Because is the axe there? I'll do a spot hidden. I need a 70. I got a 2. That's an extreme success.
The axe is in the door next to his head.
You take a moment to survey the damage. You see a small glint of wood from underneath a bunch of papers and charts, and as you brush them aside, you indeed find your missing fire axe lying on the floor.
Wrong.
But as you're down there looking at your fire axe, taking a second to look up, it is clear to you, even someone who hasn't spent time on a boat, that there's no way in hell you're going to fix this radio. It is totally and utterly kaput, of zero use to you whatsoever.
I think I'll try anyway. No. I will, I'll take the axe and start heading back towards the stairwell.
Where are you heading now? You think we should try and meet up with your friends, or...?
I think we should try and meet up with whatever did this.
Well, we passed by some things on the first floor. We can go back and see what's there.
Alright, I was gonna say we go to the other stores, but the other floors, but since you wrote the scenario, I'll trust you.
And begin trudging back down the stairs to the first floor. So, Sandy and Jack.
Yes, dear.
Sandy, you walk in with Wynn right as you see Jack begin to ascend the ladder out of hold 2.
Jackie, 1 moment. Come on back down here.
How did you guys get down here?
Oh, we basically flew. We did Legion Airlines. It's pretty cheap.
Legion Airlines?
Yes, take a look at it. It's barely bloody anymore.
Come on now. This is,
It only hurts when I laugh.
Oh, I'll rub it later.
Well, come see what I found. Come in. Oh, and here, you might need this. And she's going to hand him the crowbar.
Nice. As soon as she turns around, I'm going to hit her in the back of the head.
Blink. We found something very... show him, Wynn.
What do you got there?
We found this over, and he takes the pipe that he's been holding and gingerly swings it over in front of you for you to look at.
I'm going to grab it out of his hand and take a look at it closer with my flashlight.
It is indeed a broken off chunk of pipe, but on one end of the pipe you see that quite clearly there's a chunk of frozen bloody hair stuck to the end.
Jack, what is that? Is that human hair?
I'm not sure. Give me a second. Smell it.
Taste it.
A little bit of a little lick.
From your experience at the FBI, you can definitely tell that is human hair and human blood.
Yeah, something bad happened with this.
It's not good. Well, we
Here,
saw...
Wynn, I give it back to Wynn. You might need this.
Oh, jeez. And he's
Careful
going to
that
grab
with
it.
it, Wynn.
Kind of hold it out in front of him.
So follow us. We found something up here in the
All
hold 1, and there's something down below.
Oh, look, I talked to you about this.
Well, I know, but you can't blame an old gal for trying.
Let's just lead the way, all right?
Yes. So, come on down over here, and you'll see.
Look, I talked about this.
See this? See these blood spots, and smell that coming from the below hold.
Not to be confused with the blowhole.
Yes, it's disgusting.
Oh yeah, something definitely went on here. Everybody, get behind me. I'm gonna lead with the flashlight and the crowbar.
And Sandy's going to keep one hand in her coat pocket, a hand curled around one of the rocks, and her left hand has a shuriken in it.
Holy shit.
You descend down the metal staircase. That's not the button I was looking for. This is...
Cling, cling, cling.
Blink.
Yeah, green!
Sorry.
Oh. Whew.
It's this green
It's the,
spaghetti
it's
monster.
the second floor of hold 1.
Hold 1, level 2, lingerie.
Shh. Listen, do you smell that?
Sorry.
Turn the corner and come out into the room. You see quite the grisly sight.
Grizzlies!
There's
Bears
bears
everywhere!
Run!
As you look, you see a pile in front of you. And
Pardon me, I didn't mean to do that.
pile.
I just happen to have the piles.
Hot, hot, hot,
And
hot,
it's
hot, hot.
kind of hard to see what this is made out of from all the way back here, but it's a sizable pile, all jumbled up and mangled, just thrown together.
Ooh.
But it does look like something is piled, whatever this is, in this one spot specifically.
I'm going to put my hand back and tell them to wait a second, and I'm going to take a couple steps into the room with my flashlight shining on the pile.
Now, at first you think, no, maybe this is just some of the meat they left lying out. Just forget
As
to
they
package
do.
it up. Yeah. But no, when you get closer, you clearly can tell that this is a very large pile of bodies.
Oh.
More likely than not, what's left of the crew of the Greenland Tropish.
Are these
So,
beds?
no, those are more
containers.
More
containers.
crates? Okay, storage units. Okay.
So why don't
Jackie.
you go ahead and give me a sanity roll, Jack?
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I gotta get my mouse over there.
Oh.
And you can't spend luck for sanity rolls.
No.
I needed a 79. I got an 80.
Okay, so you, Jack,
It's
take 4
pronounced-
points of sanity damage.
At least it's not 5.
Right?
Jackie, what is it? I can't quite make it out. What is it?
As you more closely examine the pile, you can see that this is a grouping of 13 people, clearly the crew members of the ship. They all have various injuries, ranging from bite marks to severe crushing damage, while some of them appeared to have been partially eaten. Now, while searching the bodies isn't a pleasant task, you can take a round and maybe you'll find something if you want to take that chance.
Sandy, you stay back. This is the crew. We found them.
Oh my lord! What is it? Win, cover your eyes, boy.
What's going on?
Nothing. I'll swaddle him in my breasts,
Way down there?
way down there, like just navel.
All right, I'm going to take a minute and kind of. First, I'm going to put on my surgical gloves that I brought with me, my the blue rubber gloves, and I have the crowbar, so I'm going to kind of poke and push as I can and search the bodies. You want me to spot hidden?
No, you're fine.
All right, cool.
So as you poke and prod at the bodies, it's a little more difficult than you thought, seeing as the blood has congealed in the cold and almost stuck them together.
Yummy.
Although you do manage to pull out a key ring with a set of keys,
Nice.
and it's clear
I got a
these
new
keys-
car.
clear these are the keys to some of the doors around the ship.
Ah, helpful. I'm going to wipe them on my leg real quick to get any excess blood as much as I can off, and back up over to Sandy and take these. We're gonna need them.
What do we need them for, Jackie?
I think they're gonna open doors that we might need to get into.
But why don't we just leave?
I think you're right. We need to leave, but we need to find the others first.
The other what?
You mean we came here alone?
Yeah, I say,
Captain.
I say we gather Roy and Byfoot and just get the hell out of here and call the Coast Guard.
I agree. Let's go.
This is not. I'm very nervous.
Sandy, keep hold of yourself.
Oh, you
I smacked
actually
her on
hit
the butt.
Win. Yeah, here,
No,
boy.
I smacked her on the butt.
and she unplugs Win from her breasts.
Oh,
He's clearly out of breath and half conscious.
All right, I agree. Let's get the hell out of here.
So we're going to head back up to hold 1, level 1.
Roger
Okay.
that.
We've had enough.
Mm-hmm.
So you head back up to the first floor of the first hold.
Yes. I'll be absent-mindedly jingling the keys in my hand.
La 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 la, found keys.
So where are you gonna go? You can walk back up through
We're
holds
headed. Yep.
2 and 3.
No, we're gonna go to hold 1 and then go straight up to the upper
Yep.
deck
Okay.
in
Upper
an
decker.
effort to go locate Roy and Byford.
Yep.
So we can tell them what we saw or what Jackie saw.
Okay. So you ascend up to the first deck of the ship,
Yep.
crawling back out into the cold and the sunlight. And before you have a chance to turn, wind clears his throat. It might be a good idea to head back to the yacht just to make sure everything's okay there. We don't want it to float away or anything. It is a boat.
You know, that's a good idea, Win. You want to head over there and maybe call the Coast Guard? We'll go get the others and we'll meet you over there.
Oh, okay. I'll see if I can't get some help.
Good
Win
boy,
is
man.
gonna turn and head down the gangplank back onto the Delilah.
Be a man now.
Hey there, Delilah, as I look over at the boat.
Bodie Delilah face.
All right, so what do you think? Let's head towards the comms array up there. I bet you they're trying to get it to work so they can call in the Coast Guard.
Yes, let's do that. And then Sandy's going to start calling out, Byford, Roy.
Before you can walk away, Wynn turns around and says, excuse me, miss, you wouldn't happen to know the current time? The Coast Guard likes to know a lot of really weird information, and I don't have anything on me.
Well, of course, let me check my pocket watch. And she'll open up her silver pocket watch and check the time.
As you put your hand on your silver pocket watch, out of the corner of your eye, you see something big, something white, fall off the side of the ship, and you hear a loud splash.
What the fudge crackers?
A third boat.
The boat's getting away.
I'll rush to the edge of the deck and see what it was.
For a split second, you almost swear you can see something big swimming in the water. Just off the ship. Maybe heading towards the yacht.
Win, I think you'd best hurry. If you can, get help right away.
Can't hear you. He is all the way up in the bridge, attempting to radio.
Win!
I get out my
Wasn't
flags
it-
and start doing flag
Wasn't it Win
symbols.
who asked me what time it was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's quick.
So I basically tell him the answer. We see the thing, and then I tell him to basically get to the yacht.
Yeah.
Okay,
And before you can finish the get to the, he was already
on his way.
there doing his thing. Yeah.
Okay, so
He's
he's
spy,
back on.
but he is surprisingly quick.
He's back on
He's
the
a
Delilah.
world-class sprinter.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think we'd best gather Byford and Roy. Jackie,
All right.
what do you think? We need to get out of here quickly.
I'm gonna cup my hand around my mouth. Roy! Royo!
Roy, why don't you give me a listen roll?
Polo.
No, it's a Royo.
I needed a 28. I got an 80.
You hearing anything?
As you are descending down the stairs to the first level of the superstructure, right as you pass the landing for floor 2, you're caught off guard by the sound of a large metal door slamming down the hallway, echoing throughout the entirety of the superstructure.
How would I hear that? My listen roll failed.
That's why you're listening.
But that's why, yeah.
Because I'm deaf now.
What?
No, because you heard that instead of us actually calling.
What?
Did you hear that, Jaws?
Sounds like there might be something on the second deck here. And he's going to slowly step around the corner onto the second level of our superstructure.
I'll hold the axe in a ready position.
Nice.
It's turned into body spray.
I'll win for sure then.
You're attacked by douchebags.
Oh, not douchebags.
Hashtag sponsor us, douchebags.
As you both walk out onto the second floor of the superstructure, it's quiet, eerily quiet.
Too quiet.
3 quiet.
All of the doors in this corridor are open, and most of them are partially ajar, if not swinging back and forth.
Just a bunch of swinging decks.
Yeah. As you come around the side, it's clear that the one door, you can see your door that's slammed, as it's still moving around quite a bit, but the door next to that one can't quite slam shut, seeing as it looks like there's a book of some sort propping the door open.
My life.
I'll pick up the book,
Pick up the book.
despite
title
my previous
of the book.
telling me not to.
The title of the book is Eric the Red,
Ooh.
Vikings.
and you
Nice.
should now in your journals have the page that you found.
Thank you.
As you pick up the book, it splits open to one page that you can clearly tell it's been sitting on for a while. It's folded in such a way that it's almost like somebody had bookmarked that for future use or reference.
Do you want me to read it?
It
Yeah,
is an audio podcast.
Whoa. What?
That's why I was asking if you wanted me to read it.
You found it?
If you want to.
Fine. It happened one morning that Karl Stefny and his men noticed up above the clearing a kind of speck, as it were glittering back at them, and they shouted at it. It moved. It was a cyapod, and hopped down to the riverbank off which they were lying. Thorvald Eric the Red Sun was sitting by the rudder, and the cyapod shot an arrow into his guts. He drew out the arrow. "There's a fat round my belly," he said. "We have won a fine and fruitful country, but we will hardly be allowed to enjoy it." Thorvald died of his wound, and a little later the cyapod skipped away and back north, and Karl Sneffy and his men gave chase, catching sight of him every now and again. The last glimpse they had of him, he was leaping for some creek or other. Karl Sneffy and his men had turned back. Then one of the men sang this ditty: "Men went chasing, I tell you no lie, a one-legged legger racer the seashore by. But this man wander, cursed son a trollop, Karl Sneffy pray ponder, escaped at a gallop." They concluded that those mountains which were at Hop and those they had now discovered were one and the same range, that they therefore stood directly in line with each other and extended the same distance on both sides of Stramfjord.
Nice.
You hear that, Jaws?
No, could you say it again?
I know the tale.
Vikings. What did I say? Boom.
That name, Cyapod. It's told as a way to scare younger sailors. Now, it always been a myth, a legend. I can't shake the feeling that maybe there's something more than a myth going on here.
We have this axe. So let's
And my
take this
axe.
myth out of existence.
I hate to tell you, but I think you're gonna need more than an axe to take out a Cyapod, son. From what I remember of the legend, it's big. Very, very big.
Well, I'm very, very persistent.
scene.
Oh.
Kill it.
I just don't think it's smart to head-on charge a Cyapod with an axe.
Well, then let's see if we can't find any more weapons.
Okay. Down, out in front of our superstructure, you two, Sandy and Jack, hear the same large metal clang coming from inside.
Jackie, I think they must have found something. Let's rush in.
All right, I agree. Let's go see what we can see.
I'll be right behind you. You have the crowbar, and I have my shuriken. I mean, my rock.
I've got my crowbar and my flashlight and the flashlight that he put in my inventory for some reason.
Flashlight. Anyways, so we'll enter into the level 1.
Yep.
To the south, where number 3 is.
Number 3.
And carefully calling Roy's name and Byfoot's name as we make our way.
Roy!
Byfoot.
Roy!
Byfoot.
Roy.
Byfoot.
We're over here. You hear him shout.
Oh. Where are you? Are you up one level, perchance?
You see Byford sticks his head around the corner. We found something interesting up on the 2nd floor if you want to come have a look.
Yes, of course. But I think, Captain, I believe we need to make our way out of here post haste. There's something in the water.
We got to get going, guys. There's I found something very disturbing under down in the cargo holds.
You might not be used to seeing butchered creatures. That's perfectly fine. This ship obviously carried cargo for
Captain,
sale.
those creatures were people. There were 13 of them, the entire crew. And they weren't just butchered. They were eaten.
Yeah, well, the comms units were all destroyed.
Oh, that is much more disturbing.
Did
You're
you have
right.
to roll for sanity? I don't think so.
Idiot.
I'm already insane.
Come on, let's get the hell out of here.
Man, Bryan.
Wynn is already on the yacht calling the Coast Guard.
So you guys let Wynn go alone?
No, we magically made a friend for him to go with. That's imaginary, and he's a friend to go with.
Hey, I'm not the one who sent this dude's idiot son alone when there's a Cyapod on the loose.
A what?
A what?
A Cyapod.
The hell's a Cyapod?
It's a myth.
Yes, it's a myth. I believe it is referenced in Eric the Viking.
Yeah, see, she knows. You're the idiot, Jack.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking
I
about.
remember
Well,
that from
then
my
you're
history
useless, and
lessons.
we'll leave you on this boat.
All right, I'll stay on the boat then.
We should go make sure Wynn is okay.
Yes, let's go. I
Right.
quickly leave and get back onto the deck and start.
Wait,
heading
hold on. I
toward-
forgot my keys upstairs.
Too late. I already went.
Jack, as you spin with your flashlight to exit
Fleshlight.
onto your flashlight, something at the far end of the corridor on the starboard side of the ship catches your eye. A glint.
Ow! Give me my eye back.
It's another crowbar.
Yes. Dual fisted. You.
You stop and take a moment. It
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
kind of looks like a giant arrow.
What the fudge? Burp. I'm going to
Lodged into the wall.
investigate. Can you ding where it's at again?
So you guys are right about here next to the exit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's
You
up there.
saw
That's what I thought.
Right,
Okay.
right about over here, yeah.
Cool. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to run over to it real quick and look at it. Is it something I can remove, like I can get out of where it's stuck?
If you want to give me a strength roll.
I don't want to. I will.
Do it. Give it to him.
I needed a 70. I got a 66.
Nice.
So you put both hands on it, you kind of prop a foot up against the wall, and you yank.
It's a normal
And-
Saturday night.
And you hear the boat go.
You pull it out, and it's just very clearly a very large arrow The tip,
almost a spear type for me.
Yeah,
It's so
harpoon.
big.
for your size, it might be a spear. The tip is very
Sensitive?
so the tip looks like it's not metal, glass or maybe ice of some sort. It's very cold to the touch.
Well, then I won't touch it.
Is that an arrow, Jackie?
It looks like it. Yeah, this is really strange.
Now, Mr. Keeper, I rolled a 26. I needed a 40 for my history roll. Does the reference of Cyapod and this arrow ring any bells with me?
Yeah. You would know that the Cyapod is commonly described as a very large creature, very tall, about 200 feet big when it's fully extended. It has a single eye and a single foot, and it gets around by either dragging itself forward or hopping, and it commonly uses an oversized or a correctly sized for a large bow to hunt and kill.
What the fudge?
Shit.
And if you want to turn the page in the book that Gabe or Roy is currently holding, you'll find something interesting.
That's not good.
It's a xenomorph.
Oh, that's not good at all. So, is Sandy making the connections between mention of Cyapod, an arrow found, dragging things on the deck, and the weird swimming thing that jumped off the side?
Yep. To you, this clearly indicates a Cyapod, but you can't quite figure out how something that big is getting around without being seen by anyone. I mean, you saw it once, but something that big is not going to be able to just stand still and disappear. So it has something. There's something that you're not quite getting.
Yes. Boys, I think we're in a bit more trouble. I believe we should collect wind and, if at all possible, escape via the yacht. But I think time is of the essence, and we're up against something that is a bit more dangerous than we first suspected.
I agree. I think we get the hell out of here. I'm going to take the arrow with me, though, as a weapon. And I'm going to hand Roy the
Crowbar?
crowbar. Thank you.
Half-Life 2?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna hand Sandy the weapon or the crowbar so we can all have weapons.
I'm good. I have a shuriken. Maybe Bifer could use that.
Then I'm gonna hand Jaws the weapon so we can all have weapons.
And I also
Smart.
have my trusty pocket watch.
Then I'm gonna kill Sandy and take her shuriken and pocket watch.
So you all head back down across the deck
It's a huge deck.
of the ship towards the gangplank.
Which isn't very far because the opening is right there and the gangplank is right here. We're gonna run.
And as such, you arrive back down onto the top deck of the Delilah.
I'm on the sun lounge.
Hey there,
I'm
Delilah.
gonna
It's
take my
been
top
such
off.
a great long time.
Hey Jack,
Alright.
I bet I can jump.
I don't think you can. I got $20 saying you ain't going to make it.
Win.
I got
win.
20. Alright. Let's do it. $20.
5 foot. Call your boy. We need to get away from here and call the Coast Guard as soon as possible.
Win! Get your sorry excuse for an ass out here.
That's pretty creepy. That's your son, dude.
Yes, but he needs to learn to man up.
Nice ass.
He and I can talk about that later.
There's no response from the bridge.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
Huh.
All right, I'm going to run up to the bridge real quick.
He's on the phone. Don't
right
be
behind
rude.
Win! Did you call the Coast Guard?
As you come around the corner onto the bridge, you notice that something's different. Mainly the fact that
Curtains.
the radio controls have been smashed,
Son of a
ripped
bitch.
apart,
How am I supposed to sell this now? At least I have my dinghy.
and pinned across the bridge on the other side of the room is Win, hung up on the wall by a large arrow.
Jackie, I told you not to send him alone.
Don't put this on me. He's
I
the one that
also
knows how to
said
use a
after
radio.
the math.
That's not what you said earlier.
All right, I'm gonna go jump overboard.
Let me see why he's not. Byford rounds the corner and stops, seeing his son pinned against the wall on the other side.
Byford, no.
Don't come in here. Don't come in here.
What happened?
He tripped. It was a shaving accident.
He's dead.
Oh, Roy, you ruined everything.
I didn't say how he died.
That's true. Save that for a surprise, like an anniversary or a birthday.
We need to get the hell out of here.
I'm
gonna go grab run down to the. I'm trying to look here. I'm gonna go somewhere lower deck and find a blanket or a tarp that I can bring up and cover the boy.
Why don't
Okay.
we just throw him overboard?
Jeez, sensitive prick.
And while they're actually considering and Jackie's looking for something, I'm going to something just occurred to me, and I'm going to pull out my silver pocket watch
Okay.
and check
And-
the time.
You're out on the main deck, right?
Yes.
You're up. As you grip your silver pocket watch, you hear a scraping noise, and you turn up and look onto the deck of the ship, and you catch just a glance of something moving along the top deck before it goes out of your range of vision.
What the fuck?
Roy, follow me. While Jackie's checking for a blanket, a binky, and I'm going to keep my pocket watch out
Mhm.
and sort of lead Roy towards where I saw the movement.
So, let me do this.
Let me do a mill.
So-
What?
You guys are parked somewhere around here on the side of the ship, so you can use the gangplank.
Got it.
You saw something up over here.
On top of the the freighter's.
Yeah, right
Deck.
by crane, right in front of the first crane, basically.
So my theory is that this thing is scared of silver in some way, shape, or form. Roy, follow me. I think my watch might actually detect this thing, or it's scared of it.
Kids these days can't read analog.
Exactly.
I knew it.
Must be a young skypod.
Why do you think it'd be afraid of a dumb watch?
I don't know. I've taken it out twice, and it just occurred to me, and I could see it. So it either allows me to see it, but it never attacks me.
And keep the watch out.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Follow me. And
I'm following
She'll
you.
go up the gangway, back out
go
to the
faster.
freighter.
So you climb up the gangway onto the ship. You just catch what might look like the foot end of the cyapod sliding into hold number 1.
Oh lordy, Roy, are you good with video games by any chance?
Yeah.
So, Roy, you see Sandy staring wide-eyed at the opening into hold 1. You can't tell what she's looking at. To you, it looks like she's just staring off onto the iceberg.
Yes, Roy, I believe I understand now. We need to somehow activate these cranes and close the holds, trapping it beneath.
Whoa. I'm good at Tetris.
Perfect.
All right. Let's figure this out.
I did find these keys. Do you suppose this could initiate the electrical system that we need to close these things up?
Assuming that they weren't smashed up, yeah? Can I just try and kill it? It seems to be afraid of your...
It's much too big.
watch.
I can see it. It's much too big for you, Roy.
Yeah, but if it's afraid of your watch, I could just hit
Clifford?
it without even...
Clifford? What do we think, Keeper? Is that something that Sandy would know? Whether or not the keys would get electricity to the cranes to close up the holds? Or is there a
tell
different
us
way
the
to
answer.
hold the hold or close the holds?
Oh, I mean, the holds are operated on their own hydraulic system.
Okay.
But from wandering around the superstructure and in the holds, you can tell that there's zero electricity on the ship.
Right. And with the key, do I think that the keys might I don't know, I guess start the engines and get energy to the electrical systems?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's something that Sandy would know, but between her and Roy.
Probably not, but
Okay.
there is someone you have close by that understands boats better than you do.
Byford.
I am
Wait a
right
minute.
here.
Oh.
Roy, go get Byford quickly. Pull him away from the boy while Jackie takes care of Wynn. I will keep this thing at bay with my silver pocket watch.
Oh my.
Run!
I will run and
Fly, you
grab.
fool!
Hey Jaws, your kid's been dead for a few minutes now. We got more important things to do. Come on.
Roy, what are you guys doing?
Shut up. We got our own plan.
Seriously, you going back on that ship?
Yeah?
What are you guys planning?
Don't get killed, all right?
I'll try my best, but I'd like to know what the hell's going on.
We're gonna kill it.
What
With
are you
my
using
axe.
to kill it?
My axe.
And that's it.
And you
Just
have
your
my
axe.
bow.
Plus, like, all right, I'm gonna lower my voice.
Okay.
So,
Sexy.
Buford over here, he doesn't have a whole lot to live for right now. So, he's pretty expendable. We might be having him do a lot of the dirty work.
Okay, well, you guys be careful. I was hoping for more information, but that's cool.
You can come with us if you want, otherwise I don't care. Wynn's already dead.
You know what? It might be better if we stick together.
Yeah.
All right,
Unless
let's go.
you want to get killed by the Coast Guard like Wynn did.
All right, let's go.
Byford walks out of the bridge. Seems there's something wrong. It won't start. I'm going to go check the engine room.
I
And he
said to come
trudges
with
down
me.
below the deck. After a couple of minutes of shuffling, you hear Byford from below deck. Damn! Trudges back up. Whatever hit the radio also did some damage to the engines. Now, I have the kit and I have the tools. But it's going to take a bit. So, if we're going to get out of here, you guys are going to have to find some sort of way to distract this thing or trap it for long enough to me to make my repairs.
We got that watch thing.
What do you mean watch thing?
Oh, it's afraid of Sandy's sag.
Afraid of her sack?
Yeah, I mean watch.
Why is it afraid of a watch? I don't understand.
I don't get it either. But it's afraid of the watch. I don't know
All
what
right, let's go talk
properties
with
the
Sandy
watch
because she
might-
seems to have more information.
This thing knows we're here. This thing knows we're here.
Podcast.
And if it knows that we know about
About
it,
your nose.
chances are it's not going to want us to be alive for much longer. So, hurry it up.
That's why I don't understand why we're going on to the other ship, but whatever. Let's go. Let's get this
We're not the
going.
ones that need to hurry up here, Bufy.
I'll
You're the
work
one
as
that-
fast as I can, but you guys are going to have to stop this thing from finishing me off.
Yeah, we'll try.
We're being hunted right now.
Happy endings are all around.
We're being
All right,
hunted.
I'm heading to the gangplank. I'm done talking to this goddamn stuff. Let's go.
Okay, so Jack heads up the gangplank and back onto the top deck. You
And
gonna
I'm
follow
gonna
him, Roy?
I'm gonna ask Sandy right away. What is this I hear about a watch? What is Roy talking about?
Jackie, come over here a second.
Okay.
I'm not sure why. I have no idea why, but I remember Wynn asked me the time earlier, and I took out my pocket watch, and the thing, I could see it. I don't know if
What's-
it's the silver or something else, but I could see the creature.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out my lucky silver coin that I keep.
And as you grip onto your silver coin, both you, Jack, and Sandy hear a very ominous, very, very ominous rumble that almost sounds like a growl or a roar, maybe, coming from below deck.
What the
Wait.
hell was that?
Hold on. I have an idea. And I'll pull out my silver penknife.
Oh. By the power of Grayskull.
All silvers unite! Form of a bucket of water.
Oh.
What happens to Roy when he pulls out his pocket
That's
pen
what I'm-
thing?
That's what I'm waiting for.
Any further rumbles? In the jungle?
What's happening?
As you grip your silver pocket or your silver penknife, you catch the end of some kind of noise. You're not quite sure what it was, but you definitely came from below you.
I'm gonna hedge a bet here and say it's afraid of the silver.
I like your thinking. Should we hold it off up here? Or should we actually try to drive it further, deeper into the hold?
I think we should try and corner it.
Yeah, cornhole it.
Alright, we're going to try to corner it.
I think
So
that's
we'll
amazing.
descend into hold number 2. Holding our silver pieces out. And saying things from the Bible or something. Or Eric the Viking. We'll just keep
Repeating his little poem.
Repeating the poem, yes.
You can go ahead and be the one that does that.
Skyapod, go away, go away.
We don't like you even today.
Bad
As you reach
Skypod.
the floor, down the ladder, and the first level of hold 2, you hear another low rumble coming from farther back.
Towards hold 1?
Towards hold 1, yes.
We'll proceed cautiously, being on the lookout for suddenly reanimated 13 corpses mangled into one gigantic undead corpse.
I have the big arrow weapon thing ready, and I have my coin clenched in my hand. The other
And
hand.
my silver is a knife, so I'm just gonna use that and kill it.
Nice.
And I'm constantly reciting, at the tone, the time will be...
Beep. So, you guys want to give me a listen roll as you enter hold 1?
Not particularly, but okay.
What?
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
I don't either.
Woo!
He
I
hears
did a
enough for
55,
all of
I got a
us.
6. That's an extreme success. Or it's just extreme. Mountain Dew.
Sandy and Roy, you can't make out anything aside from maybe the waves gently lapping at the side of the boat. But Jack, you can clearly hear what sounds like crunching and slurping coming from the stairwell leading down to the bottom of hold 1.
Quick, guys, there's a buffet up here. Go, go, go!
It's a Weight Watchers meeting.
They finally all lost it. They're eating Beth. Guys, can you hear that?
No, what do you
No.
hear?
It sounds like something's being eaten.
Then you go first.
I can't hear it, so I trust you.
We'll,
All right.
we'll be exactly 11 feet behind you. Don't worry.
I'm going to start heading through, leading with the arrow that I have.
As you approach the staircase, the door in front of you suddenly swings shut, and you can see on the face of the door and a large yellow stripe, and in the middle of it is a triangle with what looks like a lightning bolt painted in the middle of it.
Shazam!
Damn it. Shazam.
Oh, is this the electrical room?
Yeah, it looks like it might be.
Investigate, and I'll push Jackie.
All right. I'm going to go up to the door that just slammed
Excellent.
and make sure that my hand is wet and touch the handle.
Oh,
Wait. Sandy.
That's how we kill it, Roy.
Sandy,
Yes, dear.
your skin's made of rubber.
True, I'm very insulated.
You could, do some cool electric stuff to kill it.
Right, exactly. If we could focus the energy through our silver items.
I like that. That sounds good. How
So
are we going to do that?
what do we see, Jackie? What's in front of us?
Door.
so
Door.
As you enter the room, the ceiling is covered in wires and harnesses running all directions in every which way.
I love it.
In the middle of the room, you can see a fairly large control panel. This is clearly to you the main generator that powers the electricity,
Yes.
or gives electrical power to the ship.
Yes.
And from what you can tell, it is currently off.
Let's turn it on, Jackie. What do you say? Do you see a big green button that says on?
I'm gonna inch in slowly. You guys shine me some light.
You have the flashlight.
I've got my coin and an arrow.
I have
so,
my cell
and
phone,
I'm going
and
in first.
I'll flash it off of my pocket watch to help illuminate.
Ooh, I like.
Thank you, Clifford.
Why
I'm
couldn't you just
gonna
hand
look
us your
around the room and
flashlight?
see if I can see. Nope.
Spend some luck.
I'm gonna spend some goddamn luck. I needed a 70. I got a 74, so I'm gonna spend 4 luck.
Okay. You approach one side of the big control panel, and while the labels are written in a language you don't understand, near the middle of the control panel is a keyhole and a green button.
My mom is in there.
I have some
Yeah.
keys. Jingle, 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 jingle,
Jesus
jingle,
Christ.
jingle, 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 jingle.
Damn it, Sandy! Keep it down. I grab the
Oh.
keys out of her hand. I'm gonna go up and just start trying the keys one at a time, making sure I'm keeping track of which keys were used.
It takes a couple. The first few don't quite fit. The third one almost fits. And then the fourth one slots into place.
Oh, it feels so good.
Goldilocks of keys.
Now just carefully use 2 fingers and hit that button.
All right, I'm gonna turn the key.
Okay, the green button lights up.
I hit the green button as quickly as I can. I smash it down. Smashing that button.
Hey, the generator room
Explodes.
slowly starts to rumble
Explodes.
as batteries and wires and machinery, electrical mechanisms start spinning up, and all over the ship, lights start blinking on as electrical power is restored to the parts of the ship where it has not been destroyed.
Nice.
You now have lights, or some light anyway.
Nice.
Although,
Alright,
Jack, with
yeah.
your extreme listen roll,
Uh-huh.
you note that as soon as the engine, or as soon as the generator room starts rumbling to life, the chewing sounds from below you stop.
Below us.
Yeah.
How do we get...
Everybody, I'm first.
Oh, is it in hold 1, level 2, more or less?
That's what I'm assuming, where the bodega were.
All right, let's continue down there.
All
What
right,
do you
let's
say,
go,
Jackie?
boys and girl.
Down where you saw the bodies. Are you okay? Could you?
Yeah, I'm ready to
witness that
go.
again? All
Let's
right,
kill these sons.
Let's go with our silver items in tow, and now we have full light. Let's kick these motherfuckers' ass.
I've got
You
all
have
the toes.
some light.
Sunlight?
Sunlight?
Aw.
Yes. Vampires beware.
Aha!
Vampire
Alright, so
skypods.
we're heading down.
Okay. So you descend down the staircase into the bottom of hold 1, where you can see that the pile of bodies has been disturbed. Instead of being in one big mass, they're now scattered around quite a bit.
Ooh.
So like Doritos.
Yeah.
Oh,
Roll for initiative.
gross.
All right. Now, this is not what I saw last time I was here, so everybody be on guard. I'm going to slowly walk into the room in a V formation.
And I'll keep chanting. Men went chasing, I tell you no lie, a one-legger racing the seashore by. But this man wonder, cursed son of a trollop, Karlsefni, pray ponder, escaped at a gallop. Karlsefni? Karlsefni?
Stephanie!
As you enter deeper into the hold, you get a really uneasy feeling. For whatever reason, it kind of seems like the universe is telling you that maybe you shouldn't be down here.
Keep going.
As you glance down the hallway, just barely enough light to start to see into level 2 of cargo hold 2, you see what looks like a pile of rocks, maybe?
Ooh.
And I'm going to have to ask all of you to give me sanity rolls.
Yay. Pile of rocks. Pile of rocks.
I needed a
Everybody
60. I
likes
got a
to eat my
54.
pile of
That's a
rocks.
success.
I needed a 63. I got a 73. That's a fail.
I needed a 75. I got a 68. That's a success.
Okay, so
Roy's on fire again.
for a moment, the cold from the ship seems to ease into your mind, causing a brief sensation of utter and total panic. Now, while Jack and Sandy manage to pause for a moment, shake their heads, and clear that off, Roy's not so lucky, because you are going to take 1 point of sanity damage.
Take that, buddy.
Haha.
Give you the shivers.
Now you want to. That's better.
And Roy, as this feeling of cold, this feeling of helplessness starts sinking in, you get the sensation that you really don't want to be here at all. And you now feel totally convinced that you just need to get the fuck out of here.
I don't want to be here, guys. I can't be here.
Roy, we need you. Please.
No, I can't.
Stay.
I can't. I'll drop my pen and I'll run back towards the stairwell.
Not the pen.
Not the stairwell.
I'll snatch up the pen.
Well, Sandy, what do you want to do? We lost Roy.
I think we need to keep going. I would like to make an occult roll, just to see if
What the hell's an occult roll?
there's anything. This oppressive darkness makes me think that there might be other forces at work. I
Interesting.
needed a 50. I rolled a 45.
Thinking back on the Cyapod, you recall reading somewhere that while it is quite big on its own and quite dangerous, that it really does not like when people mess with it or disturb it. And you get the feeling that there might be something else behind the Cyapod, driving it. And you really don't want to come face to face with whatever is making that thing angry.
Jackie, I have a very bad feeling about this. I think Roy may have had the right idea.
Think we should get out of here?
Yes, I believe if we can at least hold this thing down here and give Byford enough time to get the boat ready, we could escape without having to confront it.
How do you think we should do that? Do you think leaving the
It's down here. We've driven it down here so far. I think we just need to go up top and now that we have the power, we can close the holds.
Why don't we close the holds and put a piece of silver on each hold so it can't get out?
I like this idea. Let's do that.
All right, that sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's follow
Back
Roy.
out
He's moving
slowly.
rather quickly. Look at those buns. They're very muscular.
Well,
he certainly
he
does know
walks
how to
a lot.
hustle.
He's
That is the
very
age.
firm.
So we'll head
Nice
up top.
ass, Roy.
We'll head from hold 1, level 2, up to hold 1, level 1, and then all the way up.
Okay, you're back up on the top deck.
Roy, see if you can get the crane 2 to work. We need to close this up. Jack, why don't you close crane 1? Crane 3 is already closed and can't be opened, so that hold is done. And all
right, let's
see
do
what
it.
happens. I'm gonna go put my Roy's pen on hold 3.
Sounds good. I go up to crane 1 and move the levers and handles and see what happens.
I'll do what he said, but
Try
to
to
crane
figure it
2.
out.
Okay. So you head up to where the crane controls are, and just off to the side, So off to the left side is a smaller control panel.
Okay.
You have 2 buttons, one with an up arrow and one with a down arrow.
Okay, cool. Probably the one with the up arrow. I'm going to hit the button with the down arrow, I say to myself.
As you hit the button, you hear electrical motors groan to life, and the cover above hold number 1 slowly starts folding down.
Nice.
I'll do the same.
As soon as it's folded down, I'm going to put my coin on top of it.
Okay.
Ice, ice, baby.
So, hole number 2 is also closed, and you set on top of it your penknife, the coin,
It's the,
and the
pocket watch.
pocket watch. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
And it didn't work.
It's closed. Let's check on Byford's progress.
That sounds like a good idea.
Roy,
Let's get back
do
to
you
the
want
yacht.
to check Byford real quick, and we'll stay here and just make sure nothing untoward's going to happen?
I don't
Fine.
want to, but I will. Since me and him are better friends than either of you two are.
Excellent. I just like to see you walk away.
So I'll go check on Jaws.
He hates to see you leave.
okay. So, you board back down onto the Delilah,
Hey there.
walk down the staircase, all the way to the bottom floor, and out into the engine room where Byford is. In that engine. He's clearly been working hard. He's sweating. He's
Yes. Talk slowly.
slightly greasy. Tools are scattered all over the place.
Does he have WD-40 in his ear?
No. Not
And
yet.
he's not working that hard. Hey,
Damn this engine.
sup, slacker? You done?
Just about. It won't be much longer.
We got that meme trapped over on the other boat.
You trapped him. How?
Well, yeah, it's afraid of silver. So we closed those gates and put silver on top of them.
Silver. Why does that sound familiar?
Werewolves are what you're thinking of.
Because he just
No,
said it
no.
a minute ago.
See, my father really, really liked this story. He used it a lot. He thought it was a great bedtime story. He was a terrible father.
That explains why you were such a bad father.
Oh, Roy.
He'd tell it to me often, and the way he talked about it, it's almost like he had seen it himself at one point. And I always, shrugged it off when he's old. He spent a lot of time out here, but maybe he did see it. And I remember him telling me that there was a crew member on his ship who would often hold on to a silver cross for protection, and how he went crazy before weird things started happening on his ship.
Well, maybe finish up the engine, then we'll talk about it.
Oh, that's what it was. He told me you could see it if you're holding silver. It's not scared of it. It's just invisible unless you're holding silver.
I will sprint out of the engine hull and run to the upper deck screaming that we need to grab the silver.
Hey, so
Jackie, I think Roy's coming. He's screaming something.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
hear
make it
something.
out.
I can't
We
make out
need
what
the
he's saying.
silver!
Something about WD-40? I don't know.
I don't. Whatever. It's Roy.
Did he
He's
say
probably
screen
like, I
door?
bet you $20 I can jump over to the boat.
And as these jackasses are ignoring me, I'll run and grab my silver pen.
What are you doing, Roy?
It's not afraid of silver, you idiots! You just can't see it unless we're holding silver.
Oh,
the hell?
Okay.
I grab my coin real quick.
Grab my watch. Look around frantically.
Yep.
you frantically scramble around. You, Sandy, see that whenever this attack started, it's clear they were in the middle of doing something, as they're a large box currently suspended in crane 2, and they're a couple other sizable boxes sitting next to the other side of hold 1 that you just closed.
What's in those crates, do you wonder?
I don't know. Let's take a look real quick.
Jackie, check those ones at crate 1 there. They're already on the ground. The one above hold 2 is suspended in the air. Roy, could you lower that down?
I'll go and lower it.
You can do it.
You're such gentlemen.
Why don't you give me a luck roll,
Clifford's.
Call me that.
Roy?
Yeah, I'm going.
Roy.
Don't push me.
Talking to you.
Oh, 25. I need a 25. I got a 6. It's a hard luck success.
So you can't read whatever language this is, and you've never really operated a crane of any size before, but your formative training and your, somewhat short-term obsession with mobile gaming for a while, if anything, has taught you how to decipher and control a panel. And this, kind of looks like something you saw in one of your games. So you hit a button and the crane lights up. And after spending a few minutes looking at it, you kind of deduce, okay, so this is, you have a stick on the top right, which you figured out allows you to swivel the crane around. And then the stick on the left allows you to raise and lower the payload, as well as move it up and down the long arm at the front of the crane.
I will lower it and start playing Tetris with all the crates.
So where are you setting it? Are you setting it down next to the hold? On top of it?
On top of the hole.
Okay. So the crate slowly descends down and comes to a rest on top of the metal cover of hold 2.
I lowered it.
What's inside of it?
You look, you're closer.
I'm it.
I'll take a look. I'm actually
Crate
closest.
1,
I'll take a
yeah.
peek.
So, from what you can see through the slats in the wood, it just kind of looks like packaged meat.
I don't feel so good. I'm a vegetarian,
Very
by the way.
heavy box of meat products that they were probably moving or rearranging in the holds when this happened.
Well, that was
And they got
completely
interrupted.
worthless.
I am out of ideas.
You used a hard luck roll for that? Any luck with you, Jackie?
I prop mine open. My crates.
Again, it's just a couple of boxes full of meat. Clearly, this is something they were transporting.
Can I please just fight it with the axe?
Do you suppose that they were feeding this thing?
That's what I was wondering too. Lowering it down in there, transporting it or something.
And then it
This is
must
so
have gotten
bizarre.
hungry? But if something else was controlling it, I'm
Yeah,
very confused
New
right
idea.
now.
I don't know.
Well, we certainly have our silver items so we can see this thing.
Yeah.
And we are past the 2-hour mark, so I wonder. I wonder if Byfoot's done yet.
I
As
have
you
a
say
new
that, you hear what sounds like the puttering of an engine from the side of the ship.
Oh, thank goodness. Ah, but poor Win. Well, you win some, you lose some. Boys, do you think we should make a sprint for it?
I think we should get the hell out of here as
We
quickly
need
as
to
we
call the
can.
Coast Guard and get as far away from this.
Well, we don't have a
Derelict
radio, so
as
we just gotta get
possible.
out of here.
I'll
I'm
grab
gonna
some
start heading back
meats.
towards the gangplank and going to the
Gentlemen,
yacht.
assholes
you-
and elbows.
As you spin head towards the gangplank, from down below, you hear
Whoa.
what sounds like something banging up against the metal walls of the ship.
We have silver. Bye.
Bye. We're gonna move faster.
Okay. And you descend the gangplank down onto the Delilah. And
Hey there.
you glance over to the ship and you watch as a section of the mid-hull bulges out. Byron comes up. I think she'll be working if one of you wants to try and grab the controls and pull us out of here.
Aren't you a freaking captain?
I sprint up to the controls and just full throttle forward.
Alright. So, the boat catches and starts moving nowhere near its top speed, as you might have fixed the engines, but they are definitely not running at their best. So you start slowly pulling away from the iceberg. When you hear a loud crack, and you see the iceberg shake a little.
What the fudge?
Release the Kraken. I have my pocket watch out, staring intently at the.
My
hull.
coin is burned into my hand. I'm squeezing it so tight.
So you pull away out into the ocean, back into the fog bank that once hid the ship and will now hide it again. Sandy, as you look back towards the ship, you hear a splash. Among these serene and picturesque waters here in the north, where hopefully nobody finds this ship again.
I'm going to jump overboard and grab hold of the back of the boat and just start kicking my feet.
Go!
You look up and
lay
see
in the lawn
something.
chair, take a picture.
You look up at the top of the iceberg and catch a hint of something white sliding off. With a large splash, it lands in the water. Now, this has been a long day and you are really tired, so your eyes must be playing tricks on you, because surely that thing that you locked in the hold isn't following you.
Yes, and don't call me Shirley.
Right? Rude.
I'm Sandy.
And that's the end.
Yay! That's creepy as shit.
Yeah, it was.
I was getting like super The Thing vibes.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be some sort of infection thing.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was going to be... I like the monster aspect, though. That was cool.
Creepy.
I like the fact that we didn't solve anything.
That's
Well, we kind of did.
Well, we tried.
I
You
mean,
know,
you
it's like
figured out what happened to the crew.
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't even murder it with my axe.
I don't think you could have, dude.
But hey, at least the hot tub still works on my boat, so
Yeah,
that's all
right.
good.
Mm.
Well,
Hot tub
boys,
time
let's hit
machine.
the hot tub and then we'll hit the dinghy, if you know what I mean.
I don't. Can you explain it in detail?
No.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Win.
No.
Oh.
Oh, poor Win.
Did you say there's a reason why I was really trying to get you guys to not try and fight the Cyapod?
Yeah,
Ready? I'm gonna roll. If he would have had a shot on you with his bow,
Yeah. Crystalline Bowl failed. Needed
Sandy
50
doesn't
and
have-
96. Sorry.
Would we have been able to even do any damage to him?
a little bit probably, but seeing as the Cyapod has 45 hit points,
Oof.
Holy shit.
has a strength of 280, a constitution of 240, a size of
Oh.
210.
So that's sort of the gist of it, was just basically encountering this thing and realizing
Right.
that.
Discovering what happened and getting out, yes.
Right. But so it seemed to me like the
So it also has a bite attack, which would have done 20 damage.
oh great. It seemed
It's
to me
a
like
fight-
the
Bite attack.
the large power generator room seemed like I was hoping we could either drive it into there and somehow electrify it.
Electrocute it.
or-
Big
or-
though. I think the creature was too big for that room.
I don't know that it was, because it was slithering through all the rest of the things.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I think it was like sort of flexible or something. Well, like the thing said, it was like it had 1 foot and 1 eye,
Right.
and it was
It's
just
basically like a
200
giant
feet long.
stalk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's really flexible.
Beanstalk.
really creepy.
Fun fact, that tarp in the middle of the room that was later empty, Brian, when you peeked down, the
Yeah.
Cyapod was sleeping under that when you guys first
Oh.
arrived.
Oh my god!
Glad I didn't climb down then.
So all we had to do was like cut the things to the crane and drop that thing right on its head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see?
You could have.
Man.
It would have done 6 damage. And I have 11 damage or hit points, so I got this.
Yep.
Well,
But
thank
yeah,
you,
this
Matt.
thing would have ended you guys pretty quickly.
Yeah, I kind of got the feeling that might
That's
have been the
crazy.
case.
So it's a
Well,
bite attack
cool.
which does 5d6 damage if it hits. And the crystalline
Jeez.
bow does 1d8 plus 2d6 damage. So
You know, when in doubt, call Cthulhu, run.
Yep.
Get the heck out. Well, thank you, Matt, for playing the Keeper this round. That was very
Yeah, that
fun.
was awesome. Good job, man.
Had a
Thanks,
good time.
Matt.
That was a little bit different of a scenario than we've played before, so that was awesome.
Mhm.
Well, guys, that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Music, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, or anywhere you're downloading regular podcasts. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at thelovecrafttapes.com with links to all our recommendos and social media channels, including Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, and our new Skyapod server where you can chat with us in real time. You can find me on Twitter at Lovecraft Tapes.
and for constant updates on my heart rate, which is currently at I think 200 plus, you can find me on Twitter at the real weird kid.
And if you want me to make more dead kid jokes, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
And if you can teach me how to ghost an old woman's flip phone, you can reach me at Bryan Podcasts on Twitter.
Until next time, happy Halloween.
Yeah.
All right, so we're out. But go ahead and keep your Audacity running for now, if you wouldn't mind.
I mind.
So I just want to ask Matt, get his feedback on how did he enjoy the Keeper experience from prep to actual execution.
It was a bit more of an involved task than I thought it would be. Like,
Yeah.
I'd spent a lot of time looking things over and making sure I knew where things were, and I still hit some points where I was just kind of like, what do I do? So, I mean, I tried to do the best that I could, and
I think he did very well. It's I think I think one of the hardest parts is just pacing. You know, because it's like particularly in some of these published scenarios or completed scenarios, they sort of don't really give you a whole lot of time frame. You know, so
Right.
you have to figure out where to snip or condense or combine or just jump to the sequence. So I think you did a very good job.
I did too. I thought it was awesome.
So
Agreed.
something you're gonna want to do again? You think?
not for a while.
You'd rather play, right? You'd rather play. It was fun. I appreciate it too because I did enjoy playing
Yeah.
as an investigator and trying to figure things out. So
Yeah, you did a good job, man. I was impressed. That was fun.
yeah,
Thanks.
cool. Okay, well, let's go ahead and we'll sign out. We thank you, all your Patreon supporters. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you see the video here, you'll get the audio towards Halloween. Actually, is when we'll release that to our supporters.
Yay.
So. In the meantime, have a great holiday and enjoy your trick-or-treating.
Woohoo!
All right.
Have a very spooky Halloween, people.
Spoopy. All
Shapoopy.
right. Stopping the stream.